In January 2019, the once popular toy-based battling game Bakugan was rebooted.
The power is now in your hands. Harness the power of Bakugan. No battle will ever be the same. Bakugan Battle Planet. You can join the battle at Bakugan.com and download our free mobile apps. Ask a parent before going online.
Following the example of its colleagues such as Beyblade, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh!, Spin Master Studios developed a mobile game. And well, it's a game. Yeah, the Bakugan mobile game is not the best product to come out of the Bakugan line in recent years. But what makes it so bad? What could they have done to make it better? I'm Kai Animation and I'm glad you asked. Alright, so let's start with the overall design. When you open the app, you are greeted with the developer logos and some of the attributes from Bakugan itself. And then you are dropped into the menu. Let's discuss the game last, shall we? First, we'll talk about this. So the Bakulog has two ways to catalog your Bakugan. You can put one under the wish list, and another one under owned. Now these would be neat features, and an awesome way to keep track of the Bakugan you have. Or at least it would be, if it fucking worked. The Bakulog is incomplete, to say the least. Now, some may say that's an exaggeration, but lucky for us, I've devised a fun way to prove it. Now, I'd say I have a pretty substantial Bakugan collection. It's not many, it's only like 74, but that's still enough. Now, let's catalog some Bakugan, shall we? $74 Bakugan. And you want to know how many of those were in the Bakulog? 29! Out of all of these Bakugan, only a whopping 29! Out of all of these Bakugan, only a whopping 29 were actually in there! That's barely 40% according to Google. That's right, I googled it. Yeah, that's a heck of a lot. Not to mention how long it took because the search system sucks. You'd think it'd be as simple as type in a Bakugan's name, but nope. Instead, it just gives you the option to search by faction, which is like the least effective method since, spoiler alert, almost every Bakugan comes in practically every faction. Look at the gay Dragonoids. Look at them. And judging off the title screen logo, this app is a solid 2 generations behind. It's still on Geogon Rising for Christ's sake. Alright, now this problem generally stems from the way it's cataloging thing. If you were to click on a Bakugan like Dragonoid, you can see all the variations leading up to Geogon Rising. Now, that's great. Or at least it would be, if you could catalog them separately, but you can't. If you have a Battle Planet Drago and a Geogon Rising Drago, they'll be cataloged under just Drago, and it's infuriating. Bakugan Catalog is meant to catalog all your Bakugan, but it can't even do that, cause it's just grouping them all into one Bakugan. Like, I literally have 4 Pyrus Dragonoids, none of which are actually listed in the log, but if they were, they'd just be grouped into Pyrus Drago. Look, I could honestly rant about this Bakulog for hours, but we still got 4 other sections here, so I'ma just cut it here. To sum it up, 1, it doesn't have all the Bakugan. 2, you can't even catalog all the Bakugan. 3, the search system sucks. 0 out of 10, shit feature. Alright, next we got the quiz section of the app. And it's okay. That's literally all I got to say about it. Not really doing anything wrong or poorly, it's just kind of basic. Like, a majority of the quizzes are just questions from the first few episodes of Battle Planet. I do find it funny that the last quiz jumps from Battle Planet all the way to Armored Alliance. It's funny, I don't know why. Yeah, it's okay. Doesn't really have any good reason for existing, I'd say. 5 out of 10. It's okay, just not needed. Or wanted. Like me. Next up is the world feature. Ooh, this looks really nice. We got some videos and webisodes. I always love it when cartoons do some online shorts. It always made the characters feel like they had their own stuff going on, outside of the show, of course. Let's check them out. What? Okay, well, I'll just... Huh? You frustrate me. I hope you know that. Please tell me at least one of these buttons work. Hey, the Brawlers one does. Nice. Oh, we actually do have a good handful of characters here. Well done. Kinda sucks that all the characters from the exit just got grouped together, but I know that's definitely a nitpick. I personally would have separated them and just mentioned that they're a member in their character bios. Alright, let's see what the universe one does. It's definitely leaving me wanting. Only one page for the universe section is kinda sad. I feel like if they put the time in, they could have made this a lot better. Oh, there's a how to play feature. Nice. This would be a neat way to introduce kids to the TCG mechanics. Or not. Damn, this is really half-baked. Alright, let's try the... Whoa, even the button meant to promote their Switch game doesn't work. Alright, so the world section is definitely half-baked. I think I'll give it a 2 out of 10 since at least the Brawler section was nice. On to the next section. The news section. It's honestly not bad. It's well set up, the articles are well written. The only criticism I had is, like the rest of this game, it's stuck in Geogon Rising. Literally, the last article they had was back in 2021. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, because it at least does what it's supposed to do. And the articles are well written. I'm only really demoting points for them dropping the ball and updating it. It honestly would have been nice to keep up with this back in its heyday. Alright everyone, time to get to the meat of this video. The video game itself. And well, it's a game. Not a great game, but it's a game. Here, let's check out the gameplay. Alright, so you prep for battle by picking out your Bakugan. Now a good game would make you weigh your options because each Bakugan has advantages and disadvantages. But we're not playing a good game, so we'll just stick to picking the one with the highest number. Alright, so we're fighting Magnus, the edgelord himself. Now, you'd think that the Bakugan he uses are the ones he uses in the show, right? Nope! They really just didn't care, did they? Alright, so after your opponent chooses their Bakugan, you're introduced to the Hex Field. Several Hex cores mashed together making a honeycomb-like pattern, just like an actual Bakugan. Now while in the actual game, you and your opponent take turns placing them yourself so that you know what you're dealing with, in this game, you're in the hands of Lady Luck, cause you got no idea what's under them fuckers. Is it plus 300? Is it minus 2? I don't know. Fuck around, find out. This is the case for all but 2 Hex cores. The green one, that you can place anywhere on the field that guarantees positive results. And the red one, the pseudo trap hex core that guarantees negative results. So yeah, just place that on your opponent's side, I guess. Assuming they can actually roll properly for once. Jesus Christ, dude, it's right there. Now after both your Bakugan stand, a battle commences, and your winner is decided by the highest G power. Now in other iterations of the game, like the TCG game and Melee, you can sway the odds by playing cards or Baku cores, while in this one you do... nothing. Yeah, this game is definitely not the most engaging in terms of battle. The battle system is repetitive and doesn't really require much thought. It gets even easier when you unlock the Baku gear, cause then all you have to do is land on the Baku gear core, and then you're basically guaranteed a win. It's not like it requires much aim, since after they're introduced, literally 90% of the field is made up of Baku gear cores. I literally gotten to level 40 in this game by simply randomly throwing my Bakugan around, and just updating my team whenever. It doesn't really seem to evolve from here, it's just fighting the same 4 sets of enemies, and there's no real sense of challenge. It's all just repetitive nonsense. Christ, even Jack Kuso himself agrees that this game isn't great.
I would say my absolute least favorite would be the mobile game that we have now. Yeah. Just the instant dissatisfaction in the face.
It's just nothing. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Oh, also I will post my whole interview with Jet Kuso soon, so stay tuned and subscribe for that. So yeah, this game sucks, 3 out of 10, fuck this. That's it. This game is just undercooked. Not to mention it doesn't have a story, you keep fighting the same sets of 4 characters, the battle system sucks, it's just awful. I honestly think this game would have benefited from taking some pointers from other successful games like Pokemon Go. I don't know, maybe make it a little more personal for the player, like where choosing your main faction felt like an important decision. I mean, Pokemon's got that whole Valor, Mystic, and Instinct thing going on. Maybe instead of having a pointless quiz tab, make it a shop where you can buy and upgrade your Bakugan. And who knows, maybe you could reshape the cards from the TCG like ability cards. I don't know, anything's better than nothing, use your heads. Alright guys, hear me out. I stayed up all night bitching to my friends about this game, so we learned how to rework it into an actual good one. So the game starts with you choosing your faction. You get pointers from a character from that show that represents that faction. So if you choose Pyrus, you get Dan. If you choose Darkus, you get Magnus. All stuff like that. Hell, if you want to go the extra mile, get the actual voice actors in on this. Alright, now the game system is simple. We're going back to old school rules and using gate cards again. Your gate cards would obviously give you an edge in battle. You also have 3 action cards that work just like ability cards. Now the base battling system is simple. Both Bakugan's beat power is displayed on the bar. Whichever one has the highest is shown to have the most of the bar. If Bakugan are evenly matched, then they're in the middle. Now once the battle begins, both players start tracing different letters from the weird language that was always shown in Bakugan, Yokai Watch style. Now the Bakugan attack level affects how much their side increases. So even if your Bakugan has a high beat power, your opponent can still take the lead if theirs is a higher attack level. Now say you're losing. That's when your action cards come in handy. Each action card has a price of energy. How do you get energy? Simple, there's energy tokens spread across the field. Now each Bakugan has a set amount of speed, maneuverability, and time they can spend without landing on a gate card. Key-eyed fans of the Legacy series will know that I'm taking heavy inspiration from the DS game. This makes gathering energy a bit of a gamble, since cards with a stronger effect require more energy. Now, each card has its own unique but balanced effect. Also, I'd like to replace the quiz tab with something actually useful, like a store, where you can buy Bakugan and upgrade your existing team. You can also buy booster packs to get new action cards. I feel this version of the game is engaging, simple, and quick enough to be perfect for a mobile game. Besides, anything is better than this repetitive nonsense. Now, some of you may be asking why I went through the effort to review all this. And honestly, it's because I feel like this could be a lot better. I mean, I used to love Bakugan as a kid. I remember playing the DS game all the time on road trips, playing with my Dragonoid Colossus on Christmas. And when I remembered it, I wanted to check it out. This was one of the first things from Reboot Bakugan I was exposed to, and it disheartened me to say the least. Honestly, if it wasn't for Jet Kuso and Kali Nova and Kimbo, I probably would have gotten back into Bakugan altogether, and I can't help but imagine all the people that had a similar experience. I think if Spin Master took the time to rework this game, a lot of kids and old fans alike would be really into it, and it could be something really special.
Also fix the Baku log, goddammit.
Hey there everyone, Kai here. It is currently 2:36 in the morning. Jesus Christ, this video took forever. I would like to say that I'm gonna start uploading more often. I know it's been like half a year, probably more, since I last uploaded, and it kind of shows since I was trying so hard to figure out why the audio for this video sounded like utter dog shit, and I realized I forgot to turn on the noise suppression. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna try to take this whole YouTube thing a little more seriously. I really worked hard on the new models, the backgrounds, and just the editing. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a good night.